Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and this is episode 18 of my Let's Play War in the East Grand Campaign. I'm playing as the Soviets, and if you look up in the left corner, you see that we're no longer under 1.0807. We're under 1.0808. 1.0808. Well, you know what I mean. And so they had a patch, and it's a big patch, or it's a fairly good sized patch. There were a lot of fixes, a lot of changes. They actually made the cost to move factories less. So I wonder if we just looked and saw, or took a look at it, we would see that. So, yeah, before armaments was 6,000 and heavy industry was 10,000. So that's a 20% decrease. And I wish I had been able to move my other stuff under that. I would have saved a lot of rail capacity. So whatever, it's. And then there are a lot of changes, a lot of bug fixes, a lot of changes to units TOE, which stands for Table of Equipment, I believe, and a lot of other different little changes and things like that. I hope it doesn't affect my save, my campaign save, because I don't want to have to restart because we had a patch. And normally they don't. Normally the patches do not affect the game you're playing because they know that this game takes a fairly long time, even when you're just playing it by yourself and not recording, and you're just going as fast as possible. It takes a little while to do it, so they usually make sure that the patch is backwards compatible to your saves. So I am going to work on that assumption. So when we last left, they had just finished their turn, I believe, and they had advanced all the way to Lake Ilmen. And as you can see, these guys are actually in danger of being cut off if I don't move them back. So I plan on moving them back. Amazing how that works. Let's see. I want to beef up this area a little bit, so I'm going to move them by train. Since this line has kind of shortened up a little bit because of Lake Ilmen being there, let's move him back. Let's turn this back on, or turn it back off, as the however you want to call it. Let's move him by rail, and let's get him around here as well. And so, as you can see, they have advanced a pretty good ways. And it might be prudent for me to back up a little bit because these guys are getting pushed back no matter what. And we just try to see what the best it is we could do with what we have. These units, it's just one unit. We'll put them there. These guys haven't moved. It doesn't look like they moved down any further, or maybe I did that. I can't remember if I did that, before they've had another chance to move. So they've captured Smolensk. It is the third week of August 1941. And I did read in the patch that you can't get mud in July of 41. I wonder if you could get mud in August of 41. You know, I put non random weather because I wanted this to be very similar. Oh, I did pocket this guy before the end of last episode, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to keep him pocketed because this guy can probably just smash right through somewhere around here and get him back into contact with his other troops. And let's see. This looks... I have moved them. Yes. I've tried to move them further back, but it just hasn't worked. Let's get this headquarters out of there. Is there just manpower? So, as you can see, that's not mine. This line is mine. It doesn't look like it's going to hold up. Once these guys break out, I'll be dropping these guys back pretty quickly, back to this river probably. I don't want to, but you can't, that's one of the things that is a criticism of, certain armies, or I don't remember where or when this has happened, but they're not willing to give up land, and they spread themselves too thin, and then the enemy has an easy time of it to break through the lines. So I'm not crazy enough to, if we have a breakthrough up here somewhere, I will move these guys back behind this river and set up a second line of defense. And I probably should already be kind of doing it. So maybe we will move some of these guys back. And I can't remember. I might have moved them forward from these positions, last episode. This guy, we'll put him there. These guys were all moved. He can still move if I can get it just right. We'll move him there. This guy can still move a little bit. He can still move. He can't cross a river. These guys have all been moved. So really, last episode, I moved a lot of units, and I guess this turn is when I'm supposed to actually process the AI turn. But I'm nervous a little bit on letting it happen. Those are my guys. Okay. Did I look at this on this turn? I believe I did. Yeah, I'm sure I did. I clicked everybody to refit. Let's move him back because he's worthless until he's ready to fight again. Let's see. These guys are all worthless until they can fight again. Shoot. I really don't have anybody to really take up the slack there, but see that they really should not be. They really shouldn't be up on the front line. I got a bad feeling about this area. But who knows, it might hold up to some extent. Let's move these guys back at least one more square. Is there anything in Velnia? Just manpower. Alright. But you see, they're dropping, their power is dropping. And I don't know if that's just because their supplies running out or what. But you don't see very many 30s and 40s anymore. You see a 15, a 14, a 17, 23 with this stack of 3. So they're not as powerful as they were. Their steam is starting to run out. That's a 19, and they got 42 movement points. So they're kind of scary. But maybe if I move this one guy onto rough terrain, and that's rough. So if I move him to rough terrain, maybe they can slow him down a little. Alright, well, short life and a happy one. Let's go ahead and end the turn. And cry. Nah, we won't cry. I should call myself the drunk gamer. But I'm not drunk. It would be more of a play on words. Alright, guys, hold 'em. We know you can. I've done a little bit more part shopping for my new computer. And I also mentioned that I was thinking about running this on my laptop. My computer, for some reason, is not making any noise on the desktop. I haven't really tried to do anything with the laptop. I'd have to move my microphone and my headphones. And I don't know if War in the East is even loaded on my laptop. You know, if you can put it on, I think, a second computer. You know, and if you have it on Steam, which is what I play on Steam, I think you can have the Steam game on any number of computers, you know, just so long as, you know, you only have one login to Steam, so you can only play, you know, only have one instance of it playing. So, I don't think it, I don't think it, well, I know Steam is loaded onto the laptop. I don't know if War in the East is loaded onto the laptop. I know War in the West is loaded onto it. Damn. Didn't want that. Hold them up. There you go. Of course, they're attacking across a river there. Shit. Damn it. Where are they getting these strong ass units? Damn. 38. 47! At least he held. Damn it. Leningrad's gonna be lost. Bye-bye. We need mud this next turn. Badly. Okay, now my computer's starting to make noises. Damn, I was hoping he would hold. Okay. Ain't no way that one's holding. 84,000 men against 11. Shoot. Damn. See, they're going to have a hard time coming down because there's just no way to supply them. What did I say? Did I say this was episode 18? That's what episode it is. I actually checked this time to make sure I was getting the episode right. Come on, you rusky bastards. Hold. Leningrad unless we get mud or rain very soon. There's some persistent sons of guns, aren't they? They're gonna hasty attack me to death, it looks like. I finally got them to retreat. Damn. Damn. Turn, I want to evacuate every damn factory I can out of Leningrad because it looks like do say that you can resupply Leningrad from sea from the sea, from the water. I don't know how easily that is done or how that's done. Ports, it happens automatically, which I would hope, because if they're it's not gonna happen. Those poor bastards in Leningrad are gonna be gone. Damn. I'll check out my laptop tonight. I want to see how easily it can handle this, because I want to do an episode tomorrow night and then Friday night. So see how much they're doing hasty attacks now. I don't I don't really think it. They really. Of course, they have these two fuckers, these two stacks, and then that guy. I really need some bad weather to slow these panzers down. My men fight better in bad weather. It's not been the best of turns for me yet, but hopefully they're about to run out of their supply lines. They're about to run too far from them. I know they're rebuilding them and everything, but they can outrun their supply. I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure the Germans, in in actuality, probably outran their supply lines somewhat. And then the bad weather hit, and that's when my guys started. Well, the Russians started attacking back. The Soviets. Sorry, they weren't really Russians then. They were the Soviets. They started fighting back. I really need some bad weather. One thing I'll say, they seem to be attacking every single one of my units, which should slow them down a lot. Because if they're wasting time trying to push back every single one of my units, to Moscow. That's what it seems like they're doing. And that might be kind of the whole thing about how they, the AI is to attack units that are almost isolated, or you know, in a vulnerable position. And if that's the case, then they're attacking units, that they might be able to surround and make surrender, as opposed to just attacking them head on and making them retreat. But it looks like they're attacking just about, especially in this area. Down here they don't, but in that area they seem to be trying to push back everybody. And if that's the case, that's not going to work out well for them in the long run, if you ask me. Of course, I could be wrong because, like I said, I've never. This is the first time I've played the Grand Campaign, so I could be wrong. I really wish we would start slowing these guys down a little more, though, and I really wish we had some good weather, or bad for me, bad weather for them. Come on, end turn, end turn. I really want to get to the winter months and be able to start attacking. And pretty much as soon as this their turn's over, the episode will be brought to a close because we're sitting on 28 minutes right now. So damn, this turn, it's felt like a lifetime. I hope this means that this their turn is over. Not because I don't. I mean, I don't. It's not because I want to, end the episode, but it just. Holy shit! Where are they getting this? See, now they attack down onto that unit. They'll probably retreat. Yes, of course. Come on. We should be winning some of these. Hmm. That's weird. That's just that that the odds were so bad on that one that they just scouted them. Didn't look like they were that bad of odds to me, but I don't understand how they have so much movement points still. I didn't move anything out of Zitomir. Well, they held. This has been a bloodbath. Intern. Intern. anyway, I've been pricing my parts out. I'm trying to decide what kind of computer I want to build, and also just you know, adding up the costs. I want to get a decent computer. I want something obviously that'll run something like this fairly easily, but I also want something fairly graphics intensive. So when I that you know use a lot of graphics, then I really do want to have a pretty good video card, and I'm thinking of getting one pretty close to the you know a higher end card in the 980 Ti range. I think I've already mentioned that in another. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to spend a little more, like maybe a couple $100 more, and get the Skylake chip, CPU chip, as opposed to whatever the one before it was called. It's a little cheaper. Um, it just depends. I don't know. I haven't completely priced them out. I've looked at a couple of videos showing me how to put them together, and they tell you how much the parts cost. But these are a little older videos, not too old, but 4 or 5 months old. So you know the prices might have come down somewhat, but I also don't necessarily want the exact same. The one build I looked at, I think it was a Skylake version. The guy had a Westgate 4 terabyte. I think that's what it was, a terabyte, um, hard drive. Well, I don't want that. 4 terabytes, really? So I want to probably get 1 terabyte and then a SSD, and then an SSD at like 250 megabytes, so that everything will go pretty quickly for me. I really am looking forward to that. I've never had an SSD drive, so I'm looking forward to putting one of those in there, at least one, maybe two, and also. Damn, this turn is going on forever. Maybe it's because they know bad weather's coming, and they're trying to get in as many attacks and as many retreats and routes as they can get out of me before the bad weather hits, because the bad weather's coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. It's coming in the next 3 or 4 turns, I'm almost positive. And when it does, I think that you're going to see their advances slow down to a crawl. This has been a really long term for the AI. I think I started this about 30 minutes ago, was that when I started the AI term. We're sitting right now at a 40-minute video. I think it's not quite 30 minutes that the AI has been working, but it's about 26 minutes. It's been going on about 26 minutes. They still haven't really attacked into this area yet. I'm thinking they probably won't. They'll probably attack through this area and then try to swing down here and cut my guys off if I leave them there, which I won't. But it depends on how quickly they can swing down. If they swing down really quickly, I might be in really bad shape, and I might need to go ahead and start moving them out now, because it kind of looks like they could take a right turn and move down to here some which way, because I don't have anything holding those panzers back that were chewing up my lines just about 10 hexes above that. Damn. Enter. Intern. I keep saying that. It doesn't happen. Maybe I should shut up. This stack still has some movement units. He could do a hasty attack, I bet, against him. Just trying to figure out where these guys are going to attack next. That's a fortified region. Pretty sure. Yeah, fortified region. Yeah. I'm going to make them pay on this next turn. Hopefully. If I move my units back behind this river, they would be there on turn 12. Turn 12 is going to be September 4th. It might be time to go ahead and start setting up my second line of defense down here. Because look, these guys are about to get cut off. And it might be time to pull these guys back. Finally. Whoa, man, that was kind of a bad turn. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm going to stop the episode by the time my turn is ready, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Don't get discouraged, because I'm not getting discouraged. I'm going to win this. Even if there's only one Soviet man left, he's going to walk into Berlin before the end of this game. And capture it. It's thinking. All right. Well, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.